Dear friends, in class 7, we are studying 5th chapter, lines and angle, and next point is the transversal. Let's try to understand what does the transversal means. A line, transversal is a line which intersects, which intersects, which intersects two lines, two lines at distinct points, at distinct points is called a transversal. Let us try to understand the meaning of this sentence. So transversal is a line. It is a line which intersects two lines. Which intersects two lines. So if A and B are two lines and T is another line, then line T intersects line B at two distinct points. You can say P and Q. So these are two separate points. Distinct means two different points. So a line P intersects two lines A and B at two distinct points. Then we can call line T as a transversal. We cannot call line A as a transversal, line B as a transversal. We have to call line T as a transversal. Understand? A line which intersects two lines, it must intersect two lines. Here line A will also become transversal if it is extended, because it intersects line T and it will intersect line B as well. But in the figure we are showing line T as a transversal if two lines intersect at a single point. Here you can understand line L, M, N, line L, M and N, all these three lines intersect at a single point. If it is like this, then we call these lines as concurrent lines. And here there is no transversal. Here line T is called transversal. Line T is a transversal. Line T is a transversal. Dear friends, let us try to understand next. Angles made by a transversal. So if there are two lines, line A and line B, and line T is a transversal. I will take, okay. Line T is a transversal. You can understand line T intersects line A and B at two different points. So we can call line T as a transversal. Now if you see, it will make here four angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a transversal when intersects two lines, it makes 8 angles. Let us try to understand what these angles are called. Now see, this is a transversal. Line T is a transversal, so angle 1, 2, 7, 8. You can understand they are outside, so they are called as exterior angles. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. These outside angles. Even if the figure is something like this. Please try to understand. Here line R intersects line P and Q. So line R is the transversal. Here line R is the transversal because it intersects two lines at two distinct points. So here figure can be like this, figure can be like this. But the definition says a line which intersects two lines is called a transversal. So here line R is a transversal, here line T is a transversal. And we are studying angles formed by a transversal. Here you can understand, if you in this figure, if you want to understand, here I will take the angles A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. In this figure you will notice angle A and C, these are outside, so angle A, angle C, angle F, angle H are exterior angles. And the angles which are between the two lines, that is angle 3, these are exterior angles. then angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are interior angles. In this figure you will notice between the two lines angles are 3, 4, 5, 6. So they are called as interior angles. Now in this figure if you want to see between two lines we have angle B, D, E, G. So angle B, angle D, angle E, angle G are interior angles. So we are studying angles made by a transversal. Next, let us try to understand the next part, that is corresponding angles. Here, corresponding angles means the angles which are to the same side, that is they are to the corresponding sides at different vertices. So here you can see corresponding pair of angles, corresponding pairs of angles. In this figure you will see angle 1 and angle 5. Try to understand. They are to the same corresponding positions. So they are in this direction. You can understand. So angle 1 and 5 form a corresponding pair. Similarly, angle 2 is in this direction, angle 6 will also be in the same direction. So angle 2, angle 6. Then angle 4, angle 8. You can understand this direction. So angle 4, angle 8. Then angle 3, angle 7. Here. They form corresponding pairs of angles. Form corresponding pairs of angles. Now in this figure if you want to see angle A is in this direction, angle E is in this direction. So angle A, angle E. Then angle C, you can see angle C and angle G. Angle C, angle G. Then if you see this direction, that is you will get angle B, angle D, angle P, angle F, and lastly you can see angle D, angle H, angle D, angle H. Form corresponding pairs. Corresponding pair of angles. Please note, corresponding pairs are always 1, 5. We can understand 1, 5. They are at different vertex. They are at different points. So they are at different points. Then they are on the same side of the transversal. You can see they are on the same side of the transversal, and they have the same corresponding position. Corresponding position means you can see that they are to the same side of, you can see same direction of the lines. The corresponding angles are at different vertices. They on the same side of the transversal have same corresponding position. Here also you will notice they are at A and E are at different vertices. They on the same side of the transversal and have the same corresponding position. Similarly, C and G also you will notice the same. B and D, B and F also you will notice the same. And D and H you will notice that they are at different vertices on the same side of the transversal and have the same corresponding position. Next is alternate interior angles. Now try to understand. Angle 4 and angle 6. Angle 4 and angle 6. Then angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3 and angle 5 are called alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Here also you will notice that angle B and angle G. Angle B, angle G, and angle E and angle D. Angle E and angle D form form alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Please note here angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8. They are called as alternate exterior angles. Angle 2, angle 8, angle 1, angle 7 are alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles. And in this figure, angle A, angle H, and angle A, angle H, then angle C, angle F. Angle C, angle F are alternate exterior angles. Exterior angles. Now, next is you will notice that alternate interior angles, in case of alternate interior angles, they are at different vertices. They are on opposite side of the transversal, and interior angles are between two lines and exterior angles are outside those two lines. So that is the only difference. So alternate angles are first at different vertices. Then they are on opposite side of transversal. Opposite side of transversal. And in case of interior, they are between two lines, and in case of exterior, they are outside two lines. Next is interior angles. Here, please note, interior angles are angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 5. And angle 5. Then angle 3 and angle 6 form interior pair of angles. Here also angle B and angle E. Then angle D and angle G. Form interior pair of angles. Please note, they are interior angles are at different vertices. Then same side of transversal. And between two lines.